The Xayah floodgates then open. Very serious face here on Viper. If you guys didn't know, so far, snap decision-making for me as far as my least favorite picks in the LCK. Xayah, one of them.
Dive is not going to be covered here, and this is going to be really hard to live through. He will ding 2 for sure. I just don't think that that's going to make a big difference. We'll see if he's able to outplay this.
Yeah, Vault Breaker comes in. Oh my goodness, the damage. That's going to be first blood going over to Wei, and he flashes out of it as well. A clean dive, and those are more difficult these days.
He can test, and I also think that the Kai'Sa-Leona combination is a lot more threatening. Looks like perfect. Not quite sure.
Might need a name change. Is it going to be perfect, or is it going to be pretty good? Or is it going to be not okay at all? There's the bounce house, and that is going to be another pretty beautiful dive here, this time on the other side.
But right now, bot side looking good for Hanwha. To no surprise, Zeka obviously in the 1v1 going to feel safe. And I think that's also one of the reasons why he'd want to go for the Azir, even though actually killing the Galio is never going to happen, is we do have a rotation coming through.
Yeah, Cuz just taking one of these away. That is going to be Peanut locking down the Dragon at least, but BDD has found his way to Justice Punch forward.
What I do really like about Zinzao is the space that he's able to create in team fights. And both him and Zeka are going to have to do a lot of this when we get to the fights. Because we talk about Xayah, we talk about the fact that Viper has his ultimate, which is supposed to keep him safe together with Thumbs and the, exactly, and the Blade Collar. But
they only have one form of CC. And he keep them interesting, that's the question. As, all right, there's the Vault Breaker. Cease and desist comes down, does flash out of the Equalizer here, and it's a decent hammer. But I think Zeus is still going to go down. Another Vault Breaker comes in, and Delight will be allowed to live, but the Jace not so lucky.
Zeus is struggles continue, but a really nice gank there first and foremost from Cuz. We see, even with the timing, not taking that much Equalizer damage, KT still are quite strong enough, although he might have to pay.
Yep, Zeka is going to push him back towards Peanut. And he may not even need Wind Becomes Lightning here is perfect. Okay, he's running pretty quick. Great step. As Peanut's just going to flash for it, and that will be able to pick up the kill.
All right, I got hyped. I thought he was going to live.
For both of them. It's a great thing here is, Cuz onto this Dragon here, you can see that is going to be another Sandal, or at least another bit of Sandal that they can put together. And 1 2/3, they're very, very close to having a decent walking experience. So be a turret going down here as well, but that is not going to be enough to get Feats of Strength over towards HLE. It'll be 6 grubs towards KT as well, but the money will be in HLE's hands. And I think that that is definitely something worth celebrating. As big minion wave towards the top side of the map, not going to win the race, but they should be able to equalize the turrets, and we're all about equilibrium here in the LCK, as we've been saying. And there it goes. There, it's going to make sure that that turret does go down. And Zeka going to go towards a bit of a back here than where he really wanted to be. They're not going to pursue any further.
Good sidestep from Wei there. Yeah, the Sandals do go to KT, but we have had more discourse, and especially post-hotfix, about real crazy, right? With this, you see that they have the amount of damage that's available. So it's up to KT to prove that they can actually find engages.
Ooh, flash out here as Wind Becomes Lightning. Not really becoming too much of anything. Oh my god, that Solar Flare was absolutely gorgeous. I don't think the Crescent Guard going to be enough for Peanut to keep him alive, and that is indeed the case. This time, still going to try and get a little bit more here. As you can see, Rift Herald has spawned, but HLE, with good wave management, will be able to take down this outer turret in the mid lane. And all right, there's a Justice Punch. Wei coming on forward. Might be able to get a stun down as, oh dear, that is a little bit over-enthusiastic, but Cuz is going to join it. The quickness coming on through there, but they're unable to trade back for another support. As Doctom looking to clear out vision. Zeka wanting to find Perfect with a flash. He's going to keep him alive. BDD trying to be the hero here as Doctom on the wrong side of this fight. Cuz going in, flashing out. Even Rift Herald getting aggressive. But Perfect, he's going down exceptionally low, and HLE just playing it cool, calm, and collected.
And here Delight uses the W to initially get up, and he has the E to get back to Xayah, and then the way that Hanwha Life player on that choke point is really nice, but we're not done, Atlas!
We're not! Peanut is once again going to be ceased and desisted. He will be taken out here. That's Cuz locking down the Dragon.
Compared to what Hanwha Life have with the Azir and the Xayah. And in front-to-back team fight, it's going to be hard to match that damage, and still not done, Atlas!
Nope. Walking over reward is Doctom. Make that 2. As the Acathian Rain coming down. Doctom definitely is the target here as Zeker's going to get his flash. Good flash over the wall to make sure he stays safe. but he won't have that one again. Cuz wanting to get in here, equalizes, gorgeous! The solar flare comes down as well. It's a decent taunt as the Featherstorm now on cooldown, but Viper's position is so good. They take down 2 in both solo lanes, and KT are just running for the hills. Way goes down. Zeus, I think, should be able to land a shock blast here as Dr. no options. Killer Instinct is indeed there, but he's just dead as a result. And that is just a clean 4 kills over to HLE.
Feels like the breaking point for this game. Up until this point, it felt fairly close, but that was where KT needed to turn it and somehow save this game. I think Hanwha Life are looking at a 1-0. He's being led close towards an objective though, and they are getting shredded.
Yeah, Cuz is available, but he is just going to get pushed away. Decent amount of poke coming on through there as Wade dives forward. Cuz wanting to find an opportunity here, but now they've got an extra life. And you're fighting around this Otacon. Peanut should be going back to base. That is going to happen. Zeus also going to be sent out. The solar flare is very nice. And it's only Zeka and Viper left available, but it's a double kill for Zeka. And remember, they don't really die. And so, yeah, you get a bit of extra money. It's like 100 here or there, but Zeus is going to make his way back into this fight once more. And Doctom, I don't think you're going to be able to barrier enough there, buddy. Yes, this is Tank Jace. He still does enough damage to kill the Kai'Sa. When he was already definitely dead, things like this. As HLE continuing to dive forward, Delight actually finding a great angle here onto Cuz. The blast cone being a little bit frustrating. Shout out to Valdez, but it's still not going to be enough to save Cuz's life. They're going to start this one up. A teleport does come on through here as Zeus is very far away from this fight. Wei is going to be just going down though, as we can see. Crescent Guard comes in, Equalizer decently positioned as Zeus will be going down first. You can see BDD trying to escape. The Featherstorm comes on through as Viper is kind of on a flank angle, but he's also being entirely ignored. It's a double kill in the fight for the HLE AD carry, and I think they just want to march down the mid lane and win this game. Is it just the Viper Gumushi effect? I'm not entirely sure, but maybe Xayah is actually just the way. Especially when the Kai'Sa does come on through. We have seen it work, you know, in both sides of the coin. 1,000 gold lead should be enough to push them towards a victory, especially with this purple buff.
One more fight.
Lay it in on top, exactly right. Wei is going to get the information as they do put down the control ward. Cuz has stolen these before, but Delight is going to force him out, and that is Peanut locking down the Baron. And now going to turn, looking for Wei, looking for a bit of an angle here. Zenith Blade goes wide, Cease and Desist comes down. The heroic entrance is very nice, but Zeka is able to mitigate it. Gets out the ultimate there as well, as Zeka could be in trouble, but the Killer Instinct not doing enough at all. And Viper is now able to free hit, flashing for that Blade Caller. Featherstorm coming down, and the cleanse is used on the taunt beautifully. This should be the ace coming on through as the Audacious Charge should set it up. There it is. Top of the morning to you, KT, as HLE will be taking game 1.
And they get the summoners of both Zeka and Viper, but their lives will not be found this game. This is what we were expecting from Hanwha Life. Coming in, they didn't show it against Gen.G, but they did show it in this game number 1.
Yep, Wei giving them a little bit of a teary-eyed B, but that is still an Nexus going down.
I think KT have a lot of angles. I don't love this one. The issue with me is that Diego has not been that strong, and he feels so reliant on always being able to get the first kill in a fight.
Perfect is going to see it, and then it's a bit of a now what scenario. As Delight already moving forward. Peanut knew that that ward was there, as Perfect is committed to being underneath this turret. Let's see how much experience he can actually pick up. As the safeguard gets Peanut in there, he survives for a little bit longer, but that's beautifully tanked from Delight. And yeah, we saw that coming from about as far away as you can. But BDD's, like, he enters lane and immediately is at half health.
That's ready. So Zeka uses the E to dodge away from the W, still gets his damage off and then retreats into Shroud. Because if they block this as well, which I think they can, I don't think he can, and he doesn't revolt yet.
He doesn't, he's gonna have to flash to get himself out of the way. The ulti from BDD is just avoided by Zeka. Good stun from Cuz to get him out of the way, but the perfect execution is still going to be there. The flash from Zeka will get another kill for HLE, and now Wei is in trouble also. Peanut just fighting him, getting the cow out of there. And KT just cannot find anything in this game.
If this is a scrim, this is where you go, okay, guys, hey, let's...
yeah, let's go for a reset.
It's fine. Let's redo it. It's okay. Sorry, I know we have to go for champs. Everything that has gone, possibly could have gone wrong, has gone wrong. So,
on them,
I'm talking...
But I mean, that's just a shoe in the end, isn't it?
Okay, I don't have time to get into this whole
All right.
with you.
Delight doesn't either, because he might just be dead. That's the first kill going over to KT. The first thing happening for KT in this game. They're going to be able to deny a sandal as well. There is still more sandals to be got. You know, there are other sandals in the ocean, or something like that. There's an analogy there. It was based on fish prior to
But there really shouldn't be sandals in the ocean, Atlas. That's a bad thing.
Yeah, look at him. He's like, hang on. I think they know things. Moves his control ward.
Viper has his
guarantee
ult.
that one
Light's
is
ready.
Oh yeah, Shattering Strike comes in. Decent Pulverize to try and interrupt. As both supports taking so much damage. Mega Inferno Bomb looked like it did basically nothing. And Zeka, he's doing it again. 5-point strike into the back of the head of the Viego. That is going to confirm that kill as BDD looking for an option. Unable to get Delight there, unfortunately, as I think its health bar was lower previous to this.
He still has flash and kick.
He is still probably going to have to get out of there as the public execution not quite going to work out. There is a flash forward from Perfect. Will get the kill onto the enemy jungler. Docdom is inside the pit as Zeus brings BDD in there as well and says, man, I kind of want to kill all of these guys. It's a beautiful amount of options. Viper very, very low, but still going to be able to finish off the kill against BDD. You can see Perfect is at least surviving in this one as Zeus is so extraordinarily tanky. No Aftershock left here for Wei as the crashdown connects. Viper offers over a bit of a volley there. Docdom is going to go down as Zeka, yeah, makes his return to the team fight. Doesn't have an ultimate, but he moves pretty quickly, and another 5-point strike secures yet another kill. 4-0 here for Zeka Zakali, and I don't think we need to say anything more about that.
It looks like the Dragon, at the end of all that, is still going the way of Hanwha Life, and Zeka gets, what, like three additional kills in that whole sequence. And he already was so fed, Atlas.
Oh, nailed the turret. There we go, nicely done there from Viper.
Which is a great item, and I do think he kind of needs it to not just die in the side lane, but delays the play to the Ruined King spike by so much.
Now Peanut is looking for Wei as well, who does now at least have the Unbreakable Will. Yeah.
And I feel like we've really exhausted that topic.
Well,
but
Magnus Storm comes through, and it does troll Peanut there just a little bit, as does his kick. And in fact, Perfect's just like, I don't know what happened, but thanks for letting me live.
I don't know what the last time is that we saw Peanut's lead. But I think it will be
similar to this.
It will be a long time before we see it again, Atlas. I'm making that prediction now.
And I think like if you're part of the old guard, I think a lot of you like see Peanut, and Arakan is towards the bottom side of the map here as well. KT do manage to get onto this dragon pretty quickly, but I don't think we've seen the last of Peanut here as the Magnus Storm gets booted into the back of the pit. Delight taking a fair bit of damage. The Mega Inferno Bomb isn't the best, but the first kill does go over to KT, and ulti out is attempted there from BDD, but doesn't quite work. And now it's Zeka getting amongst it. He's going down so exceptionally low, though. Does get a second kill towards the end, but now it's Viper that's free hitting in the backline, and Zeus is going ballistic. Manages to grab the kill onto the cow, and yes, they managed to get the very fed Zeka.
Over to Hanwha, and it's the 1-2 we talked about. Yes, you get Zeka after all that, but he still got basically his full burst combo off.
Looks at things towards the bottom side of the map to only add to the size of their coffers. Already 4,000 gold. The lead should move up to about 5 as Peanut attempts something but gets pulverized in the meantime. Great ulti there from Wei, but I don't know whether it's quite what they want to be doing, right? That is a big cooldown to be invested. Stop this, but already it's down to 50%. Teleport to come in from Zeus as well.
Octom's going to have to ult.
Yeah, they do get vision of Arakan, but look, here's the Magnus Storm from Delight into the backline is gorgeous. BDD tries to get out of there, but Zeus just goes all out and looks to destroy him. Peanut is going to be the first one to go down, though, but now Zeka, oh god, he just targets Docdom every time. Perfect lying on the floor as well, and look at HLE. They are just mowing them down. Zeka on about 100 health is still going to survive. They get themselves an ace, and they only have to sacrifice Peanut for it.
And they're happily taking that trade, Atlas. No problem whatsoever.
Sandals level 3, which feels absolutely fantastic.
Is that the official name?
Yeah, Ultimate Sandals level 3, yeah. That's just sort of the collective name for the Sandals in general, as that is a dead Docdom once again. Zeka is going to miss, throws out the emote immediately. Perfect Execution is, I guess, not necessarily named exactly right in this instance, but it makes up for the mistake.
Was that emote a penguin playing Mahjong?
It's an emote he's used many times in the past, but I'm not entirely sure what it's exactly doing. Yeah. Either way, he is going to find that shuriken backflip onto Wei as he eats some honey fruit. Ready as ever. And remember, this is an HLE all with Otacon buffs, so they don't even care about dying or anything like that. Wei, he certainly does, though, as the ulti from BNK is just mitigated almost entirely, and then he's thrown into the blender. The cow trying to hoof it out of there, but he's not going to be allowed to, and it's a double kill for Viper, who is undying in this game, by the way, in this series, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
6-0 and 8 now, as Peanut dives on forward, because, I mean, they are just a walking blender.
Can't get a reset, man!
Yeah, HLE are just making a smoothie while KT are attempting to play League of Legends. And Perfect gonna have to flash, but Zeka is just going to backflip his way out of there, and it should be Zeka being sent home, but it doesn't really matter as the arrow is going to connect once again. Volley for the kill, and Viper now looking for even more because he can. A teleport is now coming down as Doctarm, he just desperately wants to be able to play the game as Mega Inferno Bomb is going to send Viper out of there, and Zeka says, I'll take another one. And it's also Baron.
Hey, it's Baron and Soul.
True.
Don't forget.
Yep, they will be able to move on down there, collect that one. Zeka should be able to start it off and possibly even finish it here as Wei is going to get the bad news as Baron shrieks. Soul going down.
This is great use of the outcome buff, by the way, where you hard force a fight that you might not win, but then win it anyway.
Yep. I don't know, there's a really good argument here for Viper that is now being mitigated slightly as the ulti does come down from BNK, but the Magnet Storm, oh, delight. He just makes it impossible for KT to play the game. That is 10 kills now for this Ashe, continuing to rain the arrows down. Make it a triple here for Viper, and they are not done just yet. Moving now towards this inhibitor turret in the bottom lane. Zeka wanting to get in amongst it, and he'll be able to pull that wave. But I don't know, man. When Delight is on, he looks so extraordinarily good. We were missing this in their series against Gen.G as Doctarm. That's a good use of the satchel, but it is way too late and definitely too little. As Perfect, he's not going to be able to stop this one from going down. First Nexus turret to fall. Second is sure to follow as that is an unofficial quadra there for Viper. Doctarm setting up the satchel just so that he can hopefully keep himself alive. But the Nexus, it's not going to be so lucky. And HLE with a swift...
I think we knew Keen wasn't going to just slam Fiora.
Yeah,
so
I would have preferred that though.
Well, it would have been more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if the other teams aren't playing Corki at all, that should also be a signal as clear. Can he live?
Well, it's going to have to dodge out of the way of a few things. As Canyon is just hitting the turret for now, lands the spear though. There's the pounce in, should be able to get the execute as Duro. Gonna have to get out of there. The ramping of the turret does come on through as Keen will be going down, and it is an equalized kill on the other side. But Gen.G, they grab themselves the first blood, and so theoretically, the Sandals effect is going to give them a little bit more value. It's about his business, which is killing as many creeps as possible. He's losing that battle though. Raptor actually farming very effectively. The grubs are going to be the priority. Gen.G already taking one of those. We'll see whether it is going to be some Sandals that are strong that he's able to pick up here by grabbing all three of them.
Yeah, should be able to. That's one of the big advantages that Zyra has, is that her clear speed is still insane. You're not quite able to match in Italy when it comes to impact. So worth.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's Asriel versus a Varus that, by the way, is running teleport. So no defensive summoner. Really, well, you can argue teleport's a defensive summoner, but not in a direct fashion.
There they go! Pulverize, in goes Raptor as well. He hit level 6 as the Stranglethorns comes down. That is going to be the bottom lane dead immediately as Chovy looking to try and get something back. But Kellen, he's still at 100 health. He's happy about that one. No one actually able to get over and finish off the cow.
They got nothing out of it. Now, objective is still going to go to Canyon, although Kellen... They're not letting him get away with this one. Ooh, can they do it? Yeah, I think Canyon still gets it.
Canyon still gets it.
Unless...
It does get a little bit impatient. Still, no. He's pulled it out far enough. Not enough vision available, and that is going to be the first dragon going over to Gen.G. Next one going to be a mountain. As Keen down to 50%. Diablo pretty healthy right now. As Keen throws down the ulti. Not able to get the TP back, which is a little bit unfortunate here, as Keen is doing a bunch of damage, but doesn't have a whole lot of mana, and is just not able to press any buttons. So that's Diablo grabbing his second kill, getting through the wave. But I think one more of those, and Gen.G are able to grab themselves not only the Sandals of Strength, but also
yeah, they're going to get it.
I mean, they might just be able to get all of the objectives and the first turret. Diablo is up there towards the top side, getting something done. Never mind, it was actually that was Raptor on the grubs. So.
Oh, I don't think he has the wave clear.
Yeah, Chains of Corruption going to connect, but he eats the CC very nicely. Just not going to be able to stop this turret from falling down as Keen goes forward. Flash out from Clear is pretty nice. Damage has been done though. Some cool shoes able to be purchased once a few items do come in. And gold very, very even here between the two squads. That one extra Drake does feel very nice though, as the grubs are going to be evened out as the dust settles. Gen.G not the cleanest of early games though, I have to say, looking a little bit more fellable than they perhaps may have seemed heading into this series.
So his objective is just going to go. The flash being down for Ruler though, on the Herald fight could end up being huge, but the big problem for BNK is that they don't have the health bars, no ult on Kellen, so play from Ruler still ended up working out very nicely here.
Yep, I think that spear was about to hit him in the forehead, and he managed to sneak his way out, and that is going to be a trade for a turret. Nothing really gained here outside of Clear getting himself out of there.
Going to be turret for turret here, so gold staying about even, but it's so much gold going in the pocket of Chovy, who, thanks to the kill, isn't really that far ahead from Keen.
Might have our first sort of honest 5v5 here. As Kellen, Hex flashing out once again. Another Grasping Roots is fantastic. The Stranglethorns comes through as well. The flash out from Canyon will have the Primal Surge to try and keep himself alive. But here comes the flanking Corki. Canyon might be able to make his way out, but the pulve is so sick from Kellen. Two on the floor once again. It's the bottom lane eviscerated. Off the back here is Raptor looking for that Rift Herald. Shelly should be going their way. Oh, man. BNK had their Wheaties this morning. That's all I'm saying.
What happened to Kellen?
He's angry. Man is angry. Diablo might be dead, but he's not. True Shot Barrage going to have to be flashed. The turret follows Chovy, and I guess it's calculated. Both of them were on about 40 health at the end.
And BNK is getting the better of them. He's going to pick up. And again, yes, I know, it's only like a 500-600 gold lead, but this is the biggest whiplash between reality and expectation that I've had in a good WoW Atlas. This is giving me FlyQuest flashbacks. I remember how I got into that series, and then by the end of it, I felt like I'd aged a good amount. A shot here. They're playing cleanly. It's only Otacon though.
Yeah, and Chovy's now trying to catch the wave. There's another two-man knock-up as Ruler gets himself out of the way. Duro very deep in there as Chovy trying to be the hero, but he just pops. Goodbye. It's Raptor that's able to lock that one down. And oh, man. This is pretty awesome from BNK. And this is the roster that, out of every team in the LCK for this year.
They can do anything about this.
But I mean, they can take it in a turret. Yeah, exactly. Chovy is going to teleport in to try and keep it alive. Solar Flare going to slow them down at least, and Chovy has to ult his way out as the Stranglethorns was just going to kill him. Keen trying to be a hero, but he's still just going to die. Vikla grabs that kill. Clear will get taken out by the hail of arrows, and Gen.G, if they can keep them interested, they might be able to find a window.
We do have Raptor on the way, but there's no TP available for Vikla.
2 seconds until Keen is up, so he'll have the buff
it's
as well. Yep. So Otacon is going to go over to Gen.G, and despite all of BNK's good work,
Ruler is the closest. Does mean he can play with reckless abandon. I would like BNK to try and contest this. We'll see. Kellen is on the flank angle, but I feel like Gen.G have gotten a lot better at marking him. Not spotted just yet, though. There's no vision behind them.
Let's see whether the cow can make it happen. Canyon moves over, spots him out. Really nicely done. The rest of BNK, though, are in the area. They're looking to try and set up this. Solar Flare is going to connect. They've killed Clear before. They're going to do it again. But can they win the fight? That's the question, as Raptor will be taken out. Chovy finds the jungler and now gets that double knock-up onto Kellen and Vikla. Diablo can take matters into his own hands, though. And that's going to be no dragon for Gen.G because they're all set back as Ruler teleports in. And I think he's just going to die, ladies and gentlemen. Not able to grab the last hit onto Kellen. And that will be 2 Cloud Drakes for BNK.
That teleport sucked, Atlas!
It was not very good!
Clear. which means that Diablo goes untouched. Vikla goes untouched. Might die here. Yeah,
he's getting touched
dead
now.
Vikla, no!
Well, Clear is also going to teleport forward. Let's see whether he can find a bit of an angle. The all-out does come on through onto Duro, who is not able to flash his way out of it. So instead, he's just going to be thrown around like a ragdoll, and it's going to be a 1-for-1 trade in the end. And so Ruler.
Oh, that's against Zyra though in the pits.
Exactly. Keen is teleported over. Let's see what they can do. They're looking for a bit of a turn angle as Clear gets himself the majority of the way out. And a Pulverize this time onto 2. One of them being Keen is certainly a good thing as Duro trying to keep himself alive. And Keen is last hit by the Baron. Now Ruler is trying to get what he can down, but he doesn't have his shield anymore. Canyon's just dead. Vikla is on a mission, but he is going to fall. That Pulverize from Callan. My God, this is his best day of his career. And Callan was going to be unlocked. What is this from this guy?
We are on the precipice of greatness. Callan might die, but who cares? The Baron is going to be secured.
Yeah.
Because we're going to get the LCK Cup and then win regular season LCK.
Exactly.
Starts.
We may not do one for the LCK Cup because it's a little bit short, but I'm not entirely sure.
I don't care.
I
want to do
it
now.
Just do it anyway. As Keen also wants to do it, but I don't know whether he should. As into the backline goes Chovy. It's a decent attempt at engage, but they just don't have the damage. They don't have the options, and Chovy is going to go down. Duro is also going to fall. Ruler just doesn't have the money. He doesn't have the damage. And Gen.G, they're running out of turrets. All right, that one was a nice little snipe, but it just doesn't do very much, right? Like Ruler, yeah, he's got full health and all this sort of stuff, but what's he going to be able to do to this? The grasping roots will find him, and Raptor's able to lock down the kill as well. The spear is going to connect, and Keen does manage to finish off Vikla.
20 seconds on Chovy.
Yep,
Duro's almost
still
up.
here. They're just looking to end it. They do not want to give Gen.G any opportunities, but the pounce forward is going to be able to take down the cow. Duro diving in. Oh God, okay, Keen actually doing a little bit of work here, but he does fall for it. And it's only Canyon as far as damage is concerned. Diablo going to be able to find him with that Mystic Shot. Only one more necessary, as he's not going to be able to finish him off. So Gen.G, they live to fight maybe another day.
Get this.
Yep.
Raptor does have the Blast Cone.
He's going to Blast Cone his way over. There's an ulti. It's going to collect Diablo. That is going to be the dragon taken as Diablo's still burning. He gets the shield. Is it going to be enough to be able to take him down, though? That's the question. Blast Cone gets Chovy out of there, but Duro not going to be so lucky, and Diablo even able to Arcane Shift forward to try and offer a bit more damage. Oh no! Just going to be splitting here towards the bottom side of the map. The inner turret should be going down here in trade.
I don't know if Gen.G has the consistent damage. That's the problem. They have a lot of burst, but they're behind, so the burst doesn't feel as high value.
Oh, the ulti going to get Arcane shifted away from as Callan once again getting to work, but Diablo is the one to fall down. Ruler was the focus, but he's able to pull himself out of there as Keen dashing forward, able to actually free here, finds another ulti as Raptor could be in trouble as well. Keen dashes to the other side of the fight, and my God, Ruler's untouched, snipes down Vikla, and BNK, if you lose this game, it's going to be one of the saddest things ever!
Diablo, no! You would have chosen one!
Many times, or at least twice.
Oh, and then here, the AoE damage is enough, and they need Diablo. They need his damage.
And they're able to grab themselves the Baron.
TP, can they get out?
All right.
Canyon might be dead.
He might just be able to sacrifice himself. We'll
Duro's
see.
going to die as well.
Is going to stop Callan on the approach.
They got to try. I know that they're pushing into Baron. I don't know if they can, but the problem is
there are no supers either. That's the problem. Yeah, they will be able to get this inhibitor, though. That is definitely good.
Cannon's still up. They have to push. It's now or never.
Yep, one Nexus turret has been taken out. They'd still have one remaining. The wave clear is certainly going to be a thing here from Keen.
The wave is gone.
Yeah, so that turret is going to be very, very tanky, and you can see Clear not able to actually fight that one out. Gets himself a decent shield, but Raptor is also now in trouble. Oh God, the pulverize from Callan. Keen gets onto the fountain, and maybe they're still going to be able to do it. Oh, never mind. Duro comes back. Keen gets pulverized once again, but Callan cannot fight this turret. Chovy is in the base. He will be able to break an inhibitor here towards the bottom side.
Not like this.
Not like this. Oh, I really do. I feel like Switch on the phone with Cypher, you know. And now we just have to watch APOC die. Got another slot after that. As yeah, King.
Banshees.
Oh, this is a very scary wraparound. Unless Kellen just manages to find him, able to bounce into the other side of the wall. Is now Chovy looking for an opportunity. Yeah, you've got an unbreakable will, but I think you are still going to be dead as Raptor goes golden very, very nicely, but the cow is dead. So's the plant lady. Clear's in trouble. Ruler grabs the double kill. I wanted to avoid the rhyme there on purpose, and Gen.G are going to continue the push. They lose no one. They've come alive here. I mean, 39 minutes. Like, you know, better late than never. And this is the open door through the bottom lane. Diablo and Vikla, they're the damage, but they're not the front line. It's going to be so hard for them to do anything but desperately try to clear waves.
It's just a devil with a dream. I don't know if they can do it, Atlas. The wave, maybe they can clear it.
Ruler, he lets another flash. Oh, this time Vikla does manage to cleanse it with his QSS, but Diablo is left to the wolves. And both Nexus turrets are now going to go down. They dogpile onto Vikla, and they were this close.
Into Galio, into Wukong.
Yeah, that sounds like not a lot of fun.
Good luck, Ruler.
Well, I don't know whether Ruler is going to be the main character.
Sorry, Duro Redder actually on a big roam in position here. Clear does have flash.
Let's see whether they can lock something down here as Clear in a lot of trouble. Crashdown's perfect, and yeah, Clear nowhere to go. Is going to use the flash to make sure that he gets Keens out, but that is still just going to be first blood going over to Gen.G. As, wow, Trivia went super far into the sky there. That was very cute.
Clear, I think, knows.
Yeah, Duro,
did he know?
If at first you succeed, still try again, because it was fun the first time. And Clear now doesn't have flash. But he is going to be able to get himself out. Here is Kellen going to move on over. Canyon coming down to look for these grubs. Super Mega Death Rocket. Oh my goodness. Hang on a second. Oh, was that Chovy's? That was Chovy's Super Mega Death Rocket. That's why I was excited, guys. It wasn't his own teammate trying to kill him. As Silas does tend to make it a little bit confusing.
Kind of a power move if Diablo would have had his ultimate. I'm gonna lie.
Yeah. All right, Chovy's only level 5.
I'm pretty sure Canyon could have flashed for the final auto there. He might have a suspicion. We'll see. He does have his flash and ult available.
He definitely did have a suspicion, but I just don't know whether it's really going to equalize onto anything here as the double drop from the sky here from these Gallios is pretty powerful. As Diablo might start to get excited. They do manage to take down Chovy, but it's a double for Canyon as well. Now Diablo looking for the triple as Ruler's coming over. There's the bullet time as Kellen eats the Grey Health, but it's not enough, and it's a triple actually in the end for this Xin Zhao. 2 kills going onto the Jinx. Certainly good news here for BNK. Could have been better for them though in the end.
It's only been first blood so far.
Oh,
we are TPing over.
We're committing to this.
He can he can dip. Yeah,
it could be 4-2, and I think that BNK are going to be okay with it. Yeah, okay. So you'll take that as
get a wave
as BNK.
Turret. That's fine. Chovy, same. I think ulted Diablo there. Diablo's full health, so he's not too bothered. And now Devour is available, and that is going to be a game changer here. Even more crazy. Does look like they're setting up for it, but this is also opting into a fight, and Duro is making his way over. BNK, I don't know about this one.
Yeah, I think BNK know that this is not a fight they really want to be taking at this stage of the game. Gen.G all grouped up. Ruler pretty close to the front line here as they are going to engage onto Canyon. Tries to get out. He's able to utilize the ultimate, and I think he might even survive, but he's out of this fight for now. Raptor's out of there as well. The bullet time kind of decent as in goes Chovy. Kellen burning down, has some Grey Health, and has a heroic entrance of his own as Clear is going to get engaged on by Canyon from the grave. And the flash forward from Ruler, looking up for some double ups, and they'll just take out all of them. Oh god, the health bars were so incredibly low, and Gen.G able to, in the end, finish them all off. League of Legends that they did after that heartbreaking game 1, that's ridiculous to have that level of expectation. And we saw it here. Was obviously a real tough one. Wind becomes lightning, Vikla becomes dead. Chovy's going to be able to grab that kill.
It's disgusting. The amount of CC that you have available. Double Conqueror as well as Clear.
Yeah, this is a public execution if ever I've seen one. The Make It Rain comes on down. Ruler says, I'm not going to waste my time.
There's no pen opportunity. Why would he care?
Yeah, exactly. It's only one person. So Keen is going to be able to pick up that kill. Maybe he told Ruler, he's like, no, man. I put in all the work here. Let me get my killing spree.
Neither of those players have the personality to do the thing you just described. I think they just didn't care. I'm like, I cannot see where Ruler's like, no, it's okay, Keen.
Yeah.
You can take it.
Absolutely.
And Keen's like...
And there's no way Keen
like,
actually
that's my
cared
kill.
that much about it, really, to be honest.
No.
All right. Well, it was a fun narrative in my head. As the chains are going to connect here from Chovy, who does have Devour.
Can't devour himself!
But may not have a life. So he is going to be out of Kingslayer and try to escape. The Winds of War will chase him down. Close to 500 gold there for Vikler, as now Canyon could be in trouble as the Cyclone comes down.
It's just so big, man. Canyon, it's hard to get on top of him. Chovy would actually go down. That's
all right.
Dream is
Diablo is going to get
he's
crashed
fine.
into. Yeah.
Ghost!
Does have the heroic entrance there as well. Diablo going to get thrown out, though. You mentioned the Ghost. He's going to be able to use that and gets excited to take down the Xin Zhao. They're going to grab the horse pants lady as well. And Ruler, I don't think he's going to be able to kill all four of them, although he's given it a good old crack. There it goes. 508 gold over to Raptor.
Be worried about that.
And it's going to be a mountain going over to Gen.G. Should be able to collect that without too much of a hindrance here. They still have a 2.5k gold lead, and it's going to be an Infernal Soul. So that's some dangerous dragons, as we can see here.
Gonna necessitate the fight, starting with the next one.
Infinity Edge going to be coming through afterwards, and then Diablo is going to be hitting like a truck, baby.
Yeah, when we got the full Yontal plus Infinity Edge, we're gonna really see. They gotta get there though, because that Infinity Edge is not gonna be done by the next dragon. As it's Vikla. Well, it makes sense because Vikla is the only one that can actually stand in front of anyone on Gen.G and not immediately die. Well, to be fair, I think you're always playing for third item here. If they get that opportunity.
Ruler just kind of walks at them, presses the R button. Not entirely sure about it, but Diablo is in a little bit of trouble. Kellen holding onto his position as the Super Mega Death Rocket just flies wide. A lot of health bars invested into this moment. Is now clear coming on through. Public Execution just going to go wide as Chovy is going to land the chains, and Raptor will go down. There is also clear falling to the floor, and it's a double for Chovy. And before the fight even really had an opportunity to take off for BNK, they just lose the entire top side of the map.
Too many misses there for BNK. Diablo not able to do damage because he gets chunked very early on. Doesn't find the ult, doesn't find the reset.
Duro looking for a wraparound angle. This next minion wave is piling on in. We're going to get the zoom in. There it is. Oh, he just messes it up completely, but they take down Kellen. So I guess it's totally fine. They don't get the target that they're looking for, as Canyon is just soloing. What? Okay, Artican is just, will be down eventually, I guess.
Yeah, he's his heal on red buff, so he's fine. It just takes a long time.
Oh, now there's a heroic entrance there as well.
That's nice.
Yeah. He's also got some healing for himself as well. So now, as you can see at the bottom of your screen, these numbers are all red. Remember, they have Artican, so they can't die. They can certainly still kill structures, though. So if in this next fight, anyone on BNK does go down, there's nothing but a trade up here for Gen.G.
It already is, just with and they're going to get Soul Point as well.
Fire. Exactly. The electricity mountain fire? My goodness. How does that even work?
Oh, we're not here for the specifics, Atlas. That's up to someone else to figure out.
I'm not a scientist. I am a commentator. It's all right. We've got Clear going for a bit of a split push. He has had a rough day. His public execution is a little bit private. Gen.G will be taking down this dragon. Keen loses interest in chasing down Clear.
But still public, it's just not an execution.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Because he's fine.
I mean, if it's not there, is it public, though? If it's nothing?
That's a very interesting question, but we're not
scientists. If nothing happens publicly,
like
does something happen?
I think that Keen is, together with Chovy, one of the best players we have in the LCK for this. This is the Hail Mary Atlas. No Infinity Edge done. Can Diablo and his crew make it happen?
We'll see whether we can get this heroic entrance into a good position from Vikler, as Duro just trying to keep him busy as best he can. Crashes out of there. The rest of Gen.G ebbing around.
It's a good amount of damage.
Yeah, Ruler staying back onto this Baron here as well. All right, there's the Cyclone engage. Ruler flashes dead, and he's dead to start this one off, but Diablo is also in trouble. Another heroic entrance comes down, this one courtesy of Gen.G.
He's alive!
Oh, okay, that's Canyon going through as Chovy will be able to find the Jinx in the backline. He's still at full health. Oh, God! Can they stop this guy from just destroying all of them?
No, they cannot, Atlas!
Kellen can't move away. He's just not able to, as he does actually use the Abyssal Dive to get himself out of there.
How did he?
BNK.
Diablo must have the...
They're very healthy.
Right,
There's an opportunity here. Never mind. Raptor is going to get turned on. Warrior Trickster not going to quite buy him the time that he was looking for. As Magnus Storm onto 3. That's the engage that Gen.G were looking for. Diablo thrown around like a rag doll. And without that damage, they are all on the floor. Keen should be the one calling for a penta, though. As you can see, chasing after Vikla. Clear going to be kept busy as Ruler. Not going to be able to get a penta out of this one. It is, at best, a full house. Keen's full of rulers. And they're not even going to get that because I don't know whether Vikla is going to allow it. But still, Gen.G are not going to allow this game to go on for any longer. A 2-0 in the end for this Gen.G squad. But we will all remember, those of us who watched will remember that game one from BNK, one of the greatest that we're going to see out of this squad, I swear. One of the greatest games that we've seen.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.